What up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome to episode 27, man. Straight facts with Gutta Health is Wealth, the Dova way. We back, man. Listen, RIP Kev Samuels, man. Before we even start this episode, we're gonna play a little video.
Oh, you
Um,
starting off early, damn.
we're gonna write it in, man. We're gonna play this little video because a lot of times people don't realize what people have gone through, what people are going through, um, what makes them them, and we're too quick to criticize people. Um, and if it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I'm saying? So, when
Some
when when
things
when
could
you
be
look at
triggering.
right, so when we look at a show like Health is Wealth, we're looking at all aspects of your health. You know what I mean? Your physical health, your spiritual health, your mental health. So as we continue to grow and we continue to give you guys different types of content, um, which we actually have some really, really dope for y'all today. I'm not even gonna say what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna let
Oh,
Dova.
now you want to get back to the intro after you went
Um,
in on the Kevin Samuels
I'm a
topic.
nah, but no, because I'm gonna play the video before we even get into what else we're doing for the show. I'm
Yeah,
gonna play the video. Um, and also under this episode, there's gonna be another video that I'm not playing today. That's gonna be from a pastor that was talking crazy about Kev after his death.
oh, I didn't
Right?
catch that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that under this one. But
Man, Pastor talking crazy about Kev?
the pastor talking crazy, and actually Omarion responded, and he said, Omarion actually said, "This is exactly why I don't go to these quote unquote places of worship."
Marlon Wayne's kind of triggered me too with his. He was like semi condolences, semi talking shit at the same time. I didn't really like his response. You know, he kind of was like, I hope he finally finds peace. A lot of us go through our demons in different ways, and like he was being respectful but at the same time trying to throw like subliminal shots if you really read between the lines.
But
I
here's the
didn't like
thing.
that at all.
Here's the thing, right? The vast majority of people are passive aggressive.
Yeah,
They really want to say something, but they try to say it in a joking manner or in a manner of that could be deemed quote unquote respectful. And that's why
a lot. That's why we're not liked.
right, right.
No
And
one really likes us.
yeah, and that's okay. But that's part of the reason why I understood the views that Mr. Samuels was putting out there, because ultimately, even though um I didn't fully agree with everything he said, but I don't fully agree with anybody fully ever. You know
You're
what I'm
not
saying? Because
supposed
I'm
to.
not.
You're not
You're not
supposed to.
supposed to unless you're a yes man. Unless you're a
Right.
fucking chameleon and if you liked by everybody, then you're lying to somebody. That's the way I look at
Right.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of the things that he was saying, like you indicated, were triggers for people, and also he made you really look in the mirror, right? He made you look at your life. He made you look at your choices, and he made you look at your mistakes and say, "Damn." Like
Not
I'm
only
really
that,
am
he
29
started
with three kids.
conversations. He started conversations within the household. He improved marriages. A lot of people don't talk about that. He improved relationships. He didn't just tear down, men and women, weak men and women. He improved relationships too, because maybe there's people out there who, like you said, want to say something but don't really say anything. So you know what, you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
say it. I'm gonna say it for you, and we start this conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
really, the only people talking ish about my man Kev is the people who still hurt and don't want
Right.
to go forward. Those are the
It's
only
it's.
people really talking.
I see people that are 29 with four kids and five baby daddies. Figure that one out. Um, and it's kind of like a lot of people sent his videos over to their spouses and things like that to kind of spark conversation. Um,
Yeah.
and and to me, everybody says that communication is key in a relationship, partnerships, business, and to me, it's not. To me, it's comprehension. because
Right.
you can talk all you want, but you're not comprehending what the fuck is being said to you. It's like you're talking to a brick wall. Ultimately,
Right.
you
It's
know what I
also
mean?
tone. Like you said, I didn't agree with everything he said. Sometimes I didn't agree on his delivery either. And I realized slowly, like he had a certain intent, but after a while, he started blowing up. He had to roll with certain things. You know how this go. We doing a show as well. If people like a certain segment, we gonna keep rolling with that segment. So the only thing I didn't really like from Kev was he was talking to some women that, in all honesty, didn't even deserve the fucking camera time to begin with. Some of those
Hmm.
females, that genre of females he was talking to, they needed just stay in the club at 4 a.m. That's where y'all belong, over there on that
Bro,
side.
but you know what's crazy about you gotta let chickens pluck. But you know what's really crazy about that is right that those conversations that he was having were the ones that were having millions and millions of impressions. That's the ones that were
Well, yeah,
ultimately getting his bills paid. So if
yeah,
y'all
because
didn't like him so much, why
we
y'all
gonna tune
watching?
in,
Why y'all watching?
yeah, just because we like the real ones on both sides, the real men and the real queens. We wasn't really paying Kev no mind because it didn't go with our flow anyway. It had nothing to do with us. He was talking about a specific group of people on both genders. Only people are bringing up only women. He was talking shit about dudes too. And
Hmm.
trust and believe, there's a lot of y'all soft ass dudes out there, man. Y'all deserve to be shitted on, man. Some of y'all soft for real. And women are just focusing on them because, truthfully, y'all run the world. So, of course, that's going to bring more of the attention because, also, truthfully, no one really gives a fuck about us. So, of course, the light was shine on you instead of us, men. And that's kind of ironic about his death is even in his death, the only people getting spoken about and to was women, not us. Still,
Right. You know what's crazy? Right. And this is something as I got older, like I noticed it, but I never really cared like that. Mother's Day, right? Shout out to all the mothers. Um, Happy belated Mother's Day to all you ladies. Um, Mother's Day, expensive gifts, commercials, back to back to back, promotion, 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 promotion. Why do Father's Day get like it's you know what I'm saying? It's like yo, like
mhm,
Father's Days
it's gotten
they
a
get
very
nothing.
a small amount better. It's gotten a little better, but that's been a real big issue forever. Ladies, you see, I got the do rag around my neck because I wasn't gonna go too crazy. We gotta be respectful on here. We got a certain platform, and we're trying to be healthy in all aspects, like she was saying before. So I'm only gonna go slightly crazy. That's why I got the do rag just around my neck, not on my head, because if it's on my head, man, I can't control what I say.
Yeah, go do
But
rag Dova different.
yeah, man, I gotta chill. But you know, fathers, men in general, good men, we don't get no type of credit. We under the radar, and that's men who
Mm-hmm.
are in relationships and single men. We just under the radar. Of course, people want to say that they'll be here for us when we need it, but that's never the case. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it never happens. It never happens. We are barbaric. We come from, and I'm only talking about the real ones, the good ones out there. I'm not talking about all the Islam motherfuckers out there. We are barbaric. We're old fashioned. We're old school, and what
Mm-hmm.
that brings a certain balance to the world. Because we have morals and ethics, codes, pride, a lot of stuff that people are missing these days, and truly is what we bring to the table as men, because women, good and bad, they're more evolved than us. And what
Mm-hmm.
I mean by that is they think more with their emotions, which can be a good thing and a bad thing, but they're more evolved in this world. If you notice, the men who are really doing something on this earth they're real still barbaric, strict, cold, just honor, respect, providing, and getting to it. Old school. That shit never gets old.
And then some of us are too down to play basketball.
Word.
Balance.
Yeah, but you know, it's we have balance, man. We have balance, but it's a big issue. Kev, man, R.P. Kev, man. He was a solid dude. Like I said, I didn't always agree on his delivery, on who he was talking to, but he was speaking the truth, and we need people like that. And if you notice, a lot more people are making posts like that now. I haven't seen too many women doing it, but a lot of men are doing that now. Where they're making posts and they're speaking their mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken the opposite approach because I've let his death marinate on me. And you know what, fellas, we can we can post about the negative things about women the same way they do to us, but it's not going to solve anything because you got to remember we men, and like we said before, men, we can cry, but nobody wants to hear us cry. So don't complain and put on camera what you don't like about women. Just lift up other men instead of talking shit. Let's just lift each other up. You know, let's put on video what we should be doing as men. You know, and that's how I've been really moving lately. Just posting them men. You know, making sure people are going by the code and doing what they need to do instead of just taking sneak shots back to women who don't even matter.
Right. And ultimately, like you made a very valid point earlier when you said, women make the world go round. Ultimately, right? We don't have a uterus. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, and also trying to overturn Wade versus Roe. Come on, y'all. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
The
what are
scarier
we
part
doing?
is if they could overturn laws, then that means anything is up for grabs. Are we about to be slaves again, dog? We gonna start picking shit
But
again soon? Is that
but
what
think
we're
but
doing?
but think but think about it, right? Think about it like this, right? When Ye said that this is modern day slavery and people laughed at him, right? Think about it. When you go get a bank loan to start a business, if they offer you one, it's at a the Caucasians will get 2.5 on that loan. You'll get 7.9, right?
Word.
When you try to buy land, if you go with a realtor and you send your white friend, they'll get a house offer at 250. They'll try to sell it to you for 325. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so these are all things that we have to vote for the local legislators. We have to vote for state. We have to vote for the House. We have to vote for congressmen, Senate, and everything else. We think it's just the president, president, president. President is the last signature in anything. Why are we worried about the president?
President don't do shit.
Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. The president don't do nothing. So it's like we worried about the wrong thing. Oh, Joe Biden didn't do this and Joe Biden didn't do that. But do you even know who your local governor is? Like, do you know who is actually putting these laws into effect? Do
They
you
don't.
know any of this? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
I keep
what
it
are
a
we
buck
doing?
with you. I don't know some of those things. I'll tell you what I do know though. I know I'm not smart enough or brave enough to be a part of the 1% change the world. What I mean by that is I'm not a Malcolm, I'm not a Martin, I'm not a Nipsey, I'm not a 1% who's going to really change the world. And most people who are watching, neither are you. So, you know what's the most important thing you need to do while you waiting for change? You need to play the fucking game, fam. Get good at playing the game because if you can't change the game, you got to play it, right? You got to play it. Or you could just sit there in the stands complaining about it. Shit ain't fair. They charging us 325. What the fuck? So you still not gonna try to get this money to get a house, or you gonna keep crying? What we gonna do? You got to
One
play
or
the
the other.
game,
You got to do one or the other.
one or the other, right? But just don't sit there, people. There's still ways around all this
Hmm.
shit. There's still ways to get to the bag. There's still ways to get empires and real estate and into stocks and stuff like that. There's a way to everything. Let the special people, the 1% who's really going to change this world, do what they born to do. Those people are born. to be leaders. The rest of us,
Yep.
play the game, man. Master that craft.
Yo, listen, man. Work for your last name, not your first. Cause you look at it right, and you have these people. You're killing yourself, right, to purchase all these things, right, that are all somebody's last name. You want a Bentley,
Mm-hmm.
you want a Tesla, you want the Balenciagas, you want the Gucci, the Fendi. Those are all somebody's last name, and guess what? It's not yours. You know what I mean? Like,
Word.
but
That's
the
why
thing
my
is,
business name is my last name, man.
and that's how it should be. And the thing is, right? We can't keep complaining about things not changing and things not being right when we're not doing anything for generational wealth. What are we leaving our kids just a bunch of Jordans in debt? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's getting
Word.
into stocks, nobody's getting into crypto, NFTs, nothing. And everything looks like a scam.
Oh, now
Everything's
is another
just
time to buy, baby. Everything's going downhill.
everything is going downhill. Like it's crazy. But one point of advice that I can give to y'all is
Word.
if you get into stocks, get stocks with dividends. And then try to get
Get an
try to
IRA,
get
man. Fuck that
enough.
401k.
Try to get as many stocks as you can, right? So meaning if you get a stock that gives you dividends of $50 a month, get that stock to make at least $100 a month so you could pay a bill. And get 7 stocks at $100 each and pay your bills that way. And they don't have to come from your paycheck. Free advice.
That's how it work for most people. I would say get an IRA, and you could invest in a whole bunch of companies in bulk instead of
That's it.
trying to do research about companies you're not really gonna research. So to make it easier for you, just get it all in bulk, throw money at it, and it'll be way better than a 401k, man. That's how jobs lure us in with that 401k bullshit. That you're basically putting your money on autopilot and you're getting the lowest amount for your dollar, man.
That's it.
IRA is way better. You controlling the dollar.
And listen, and if your job does offer you a 401k, only get into it if they match. If they match your 50 or they
Yeah,
match your hundo,
yeah,
get in because you're doubling
yeah. That's a good one.
your stock.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I would say to jump into that. But let me play this Kevin Samuels video for the people, and then we'll get right back.
I recently found out you had stage 3 cancer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me look at things even more. I'm like, man, maybe he to the point now, like, I don't care about pleasing nobody.
Well,
I'm gonna tell it how it is.
Well, when I was 21 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And while everybody else was about to graduate from college and go off into live life, I'm looking at my own mortality. So I've always, even though that has one of the highest cure rates, I've always known that we're all on borrowed time. We're all on borrowed time. So I'm like, yeah, through hook or crook, I want to be the best at what I do to try to get the most out of this life that we have, because it's not promised to us. So it's not to do it to make it rich or whatever. It's really because I want to have a life that was being worth lived. So.
So R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man. R.I.P.
Word. All right, man. That was all
Freaking
depression shit. What we got next coming up?
that was listen, man, you know what I tell people though? All tough times, all you have to do to get through it is just get through it. Like trying to wait and trying to pivot and trying to avoid it, it doesn't help. It just doesn't help. Yo, these freaking allergies are killing me today. What the hell is going on? Pollen level must be high.
Yeah, I'm on screen way too much, man. You gotta hurry the hell up with that. I don't like this
Yo,
much FaceTime, man. I really don't like attention. People, as much as you see him on IG and all that other stuff. And I'm a personal trainer. I'm supposed to look good. I really don't like that attention, man. I like to be low
He
key.
said, I really don't like the attention. You gotta relax. I love the attention. I love the camera time. My
Yeah,
energy
yeah,
is just killing me.
yeah. You a different Scorpio than me, man.
Yo, Bowflex, Select Tech 840 kettlebell. Oh my God. When I saw this,
It's a nice price too.
um, when I saw this, I immediately, as soon as I got the email, I didn't even get out the email. I sent it right to Dover, like, yo, you seen this? Like, because I have the weights and I love them because it's so easy to go from weight to weight. So when I saw the
Yeah, I used to
kettlebell, I was
have
like,
those.
oh, I said, yo, I said, Dover, you got to talk to the people about this because this different.
Yeah, that's a good investment, and for 150, that's not a bad deal. How much the weight goes up to on that?
40.
Oh, that's
It's
not.
from
Oh, that's light.
5 to 40.
Yeah, that's light, man. But people don't be fooled, man. You really gonna hurt your ass if you don't do it right. And that's what
And
we're gonna
then
talk about right now.
they have a deal for 250. You can get two. As you see, one is 150. If you get two, you can get two for 250. That's the deal they have going on right now.
Every time they're gonna come out with the one that goes up to 100 pounds. That's how Bowflex do. They let this rock for a bit, and they're gonna come out with the second batch, 100
Right.
pounds.
But I
Watch.
mean, for I don't want to talk for all our viewers, but I would. It's a safe assessment from the numbers that I'm seeing. I could say 95% of them ain't don't need more than a 40-pound kettlebell.
Well, nah, you definitely will because you'll gain strength a lot faster. But I would say this is a good start off because even though you could do a lot with this is a quick way to hurt yourself, man. Remember, this is a kettlebell. Pretty much most of the movements is swinging. You got to move your body. You got to know how to maneuver your body with a moving object. That's a quick way. You asking for a quick way to fuck up your back, right? Most
Right.
people don't even know how to lift barbells. That's what we talk about most of the time. Barbells, dumbbells. So imagine swinging the shit. You just trying to get people hurt now,
You
and that's why we're gonna. That's why next week we're gonna do a couple of kettlebell exercises and show you how to ropes. But right now, we just here to tell you that this is a good investment because if you're one of those people who are not really into weights and you just want something, people are obsessed with cardio instead of weights because they're more obsessed with this thing that, if you do more cardio, you're gonna burn fat, and that's all you really want. And you don't realize you need muscle. You need to do weights because once you get, what are you gonna do once you get skinny? Like you're just gonna look skinny, and then you're going to have another problem. You're trading one problem for another. So either way, you're going to need some form of weights.
you
But the kettlebell
robbing
is a
Paul
good
to pay
middleman.
Peter.
Yeah, pretty much. But a kettlebell is a good way to kind of bridge that gap to do cardio and gain strength and gain mobility. Uh, Good for your hips, good for your lower back. So that's the interesting thing about movements that you can hurt your back a lot or hurt your hip a lot is if you do it perfect, you good money. But if you do it really sloppy, it's game over for you. And the same workouts that are dangerous for your back are actually the best for your back. Because your back is meant to be strengthened. It's not meant to be like this thing you got to be careful with and move a certain way so you don't mess it up. It's meant to be just as strong as your core. So kettlebell swings, we coming next week with probably I'll give you like 4 exercises. I'll give you our deadlifts, a leg one, two leg exercises, 2 upper body exercises, maybe 2 core exercises, make it 6. But there's
So, ladies
definitely
and gentlemen,
options with the
the reason why we showed you guys the kettlebell, this is the reason to let you know that the price is 150. You can get two for 250. In a week's time, after we put this episode out, we're going to have episode 28, where Dover's going to give you guys 6 complimentary exercises to use this kettlebell with. So if you're smart, you're going to go buy the kettlebell, and then you have it for when he shows you, and then you can implement it immediately.
right.
And then we
I
take it
use it
from
a
there.
lot. I use it a lot with my clients. I use it a lot with my clients, man. It's definitely a good tool. But at the end of the day, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be lifting weights. You should definitely still eventually graduate to lifting weights, dumbbells, barbells, but kettlebells will definitely whip your ass.
So what do you consider to be best? Um, and a faster turnaround time to cut fat and gain muscle. A combination of kettlebell and dumbbells, or kettlebell more, dumbbell more. Like what's the best option for
For a
individuals?
beginner, for a beginner, you could do almost anything and you're gonna burn fat quick. I would go with the kettlebell first, just because beginner,
Mm-hmm.
it's something really intense. All the swinging and getting to know your body. If you get to know your body with or kettlebell, once you get to the weights, learning that up and down movement should be a little easier.
Right.
For intermediate people who's focusing on weight so much, kettlebell is a good option just so we could get to know our body. Some of us who just like to get big and lift weights, we forget that we need to be mobile. You don't want to be the brolic dude in the gym who can't move, man. You don't want to be that guy. And no one's really scared of you. We know you can't fight. You're too big, man. So most people take your chances. Kettlebell, get your mobility up, get your hips right. Because first of all, if you don't got no strong hips, you definitely can't punch. No one's scared. And ladies, it's good for the curves, good for the glutes, good for the legs. And it's a good way to build your arms without really building your arms. I know some of y'all don't like big arms, so you got a lot of shoulder work, a lot of tricep work in there, but it won't make you bulky. It'll give you a nice athletic look, which most of y'all appreciate.
But women
This
want to look
dude, I don't know if y'all
sculptured.
notice people.
That's what it
Hold
is.
on, I don't
Most
know if
women
y'all
want to.
notice people. And has been zooming in on me this whole episode. I don't give a fuck how bad your allergies is, man. Let's split this screen, damn it.
Listen, man.
Now the whole
What?
episode, we talking about, they're gonna be critiquing me the whole episode. They're gonna talk about, whoa, why this dude got a man bun though? I can't even take him serious because he got a man bun on. Or why he got that gold do rag around his head? He not even wearing it. They just gonna critique me the whole episode because this motherfucker got me on Zoom in.
Listen, man. Pollen season. I don't know what's going on, man. Pollen season. You're gonna have to take this one, sir. But we actually 28 minutes in, so
And
we
on a
actually
health note, allergies, there's nothing we could do for your allergies. I'm sorry. You're going to have to
at
just deal with
all,
that.
bro.
There's no
I take
remedy
my
we
sea
could give
moss.
you. There's no remedy we could give you.
Listen, I take my sea moss every day. I take the allergy pills every day.
Yeah.
And still, like right now, like I can't even
Nothing.
open my right eye. Like I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's
Yeah,
crazy because it hit me when I
It's,
got in
it's,
the
it's
house.
rough.
Which is wild. But this is what happens when, like Dover likes to say,
Also,
long day but productive day. Like I literally walked in and
that's
boom, I
it,
went
man.
in to do the episode. Like I was literally been out all day, which is like
And again,
insane.
shout out to Goals, man. Shout out to Goals
Word.
real quick. I had another good meeting. We have like these monthly meetings, man, and I appreciate Goals for what y'all do for me. My slots, I got one more left this time. One more slot left. Goals, I appreciate we use the room, the little workouts you see me do. Shout out Goals, man. They always bless me with the room so I could get those to y'all. So that's where the kettlebell exercises is coming from. You can find me at Middletown Goals if you just want sessions from me.
Goes Gym, Middletown. Shout out to Goes Gym. But yo, we about to get into this new segment, and then after that, that's gonna be the end of the show, and then we're gonna get right back to you guys next week with the kettlebell exercises.
We're gonna get to this new segment that has to be zoomed in to me again because it's my segment. You see what this dude is doing? This is the most unprofessional episode we've had so far.
Listen, if you know what's crazy, if you didn't tell the people what was actually happening, they would just think this is just transitions because they don't see me coming in and out. They just see it going from one scene to the other. But you like being messy, like your bun.
Nah, transition with a 20-second photo shoot of me. 20-second, 30
You like to
second.
be
Ain't no
messy like
fucking
your bun.
transition.
You,
Man, chill out,
it's
man. My bun
it's
is.
okay.
What I tell you, I'm the Mike Lowry of this personal training shit, man.
Listen,
Got my
take it
my
away,
Lenny
Dover.
Kravitz. I'm on my Lenny Kravitz today, man. Trainer rants, right? This is again why I got the do-rag, man, because y'all pissed me off. And the reason why we're doing trainer rants is because I want to say, speaking of, RP Kevin again, because Kevin said whatever he wanted. And I definitely cut from that same cloth. I don't care about what y'all think. I'm going to say whatever I want. And like I tell my client, this is actually what I tell my clients too. I don't do this for the money. I do this because I love it. So since I don't do it for the money, I get to say whatever the fuck I want. And I love that. So I'm going to be here doing trainer rants because I'm going to say things that trainers I know are thinking, but they can't say. So don't worry, people. I'm going to say it for you. And trainers, if you want to DM me whatever your complaints are and you want me to say it for you because you don't want to lose clients,
Oh
I
man,
got you. DM me. I will say it. Don't worry about it. But
hold
here
on, sir.
goes the
Hold
first
on,
one.
sir.
What
Hold
up?
on, Mr. Dover. Go.
That cherry ass rant right there. We're going to fix that too. Fix that sound, man. That's too happy for me. Anyway,
Actually, I
the
have something
first.
special. I have something special for you, Dover. For episode 2 of Dover Rants is going to be the ether beat.
Okay, I like that. You should have came with that. You know what? We had a busy week, so I'm gonna let that
Nah,
one
I tried to
rock.
get it
We
today,
both
but
had a
I was
busy week.
I was rushing. I couldn't do it. But go ahead,
Now
sir.
you know what? This is why I like transparency because we were both busy people. And like we said before, man, we truly do this for the love because me and Gutta are definitely super busy, and somehow we find the time to make this work because we love giving y'all just free gems that y'all could cash in. But that being said, I'm about to shit on y'all. I'm sorry. So the
Oh man.
first rant is for clients, new clients in particular. I'm going to tell you what we don't like as trainers. And I'm not a doctor by no means. And when a client has a specific problem, I always tell them they should go to a doctor because I'm not a doctor. But I do understand doctors on this level. You know how when you have 50,000 questions for a doctor and he catch an attitude? Yeah, we don't like that shit either, man.
He starts going.
We study word. He's like they just reading the first thing they read on Google, the first top 5 things they read on Google, and now I got to answer all these questions. Not only do I have to answer these questions, but then you arguing with me about my answers. Like if you studied the same shit I studied. Yo, if you study that shit, why you here? That's the first thing. The second thing, if you don't trust the process that the trainer is giving you, why are you hiring that trainer? Trust the process. You are not
Preach.
getting a summer body tomorrow. I'm sorry. It's not happening. And when we have a session the next day and you ask me again, where's your body? I'm going to tell you, it's not there. It's not happening.
Oh
Trust
shit.
the process. Trust your trainer. And then don't compare. This is more important right here. Don't compare yourself to your trainer. You just started working out.
Yo, no, you
He or
didn't.
she has been working out. So if I tell you I had McDonald's for lunch because I was running late, I can do that. You slow your ass down. Chill. We not the same.
Yo,
I put in work.
keep going.
So
Tell him why you mad, Dover.
yo,
Damn.
look, this is why the do-rag's here. I'm telling you, Gutter wasn't ready for this, man.
Not at all. Yo, PSA,
we
I
don't
had
we
no
don't like to
idea
be.
what the rants were at all. This is hilarious.
We gonna start pre-screening these rants like after this. Nah, but
Yo.
for real, we don't like to be compared, man. We've been working out for years. We've been studying this for years. We go to the gym hour, 2 hours, and you over here complaining about 30 minutes and you asking me why I can have a burger and you can't. Fam, it's because I do this and you don't. Get to that level.
Yo.
Get to the level. Trust the process. All clients, they start off this way in the beginning. Not all. Most clients start off this way where it's kind of a tit for tat. But what I will say is by the end of the first month, maybe month and a half, once y'all actually start listening and just only doing what the trainer tells you to do, that's when you see your results. That's when you start seeing your progress. And that's when all your questions will be answered. But your questions will not be answered if you just keep resisting, man. You paying trainers to improve you or help you improve mentally and physically. Listen to what they're telling you to do and don't compare yourself to them or anybody in the gym because that's your first problem right there. Stop comparing yourself to others. Worry about you. And I can rant all day because I love to rant. So I'm going to stop right there, man. Thank you for your services. And this is just, I'm just speaking for the trainers. All right. I love y'all. Yeah.
And that was enlightening. That that I
These are true
believe
stories,
that
man. True stories. That
this
happens.
is something that a lot of trainers are going to gather around and share this and support this amongst the trainer world, because they do have their own world, y'all. And say, yo,
Yes.
I be thinking that. Um
And
Damn.
and we do talk about it, y'all. And let me tell you something, trainers. Like I said, I will say this for you, y'all. DM me your company. Also say this: don't be afraid to show your clients a little tough love because I do say some of these things to my clients, and they respect me more for it. And again, we're just gonna dedicate this whole video to Kev because when you're super direct with someone, whether they like it or not, they respect you, no doubt. They respect you, no doubt. So when you're telling these things, I wouldn't say it the way I said it in this rant.
Right.
They necessarily agree with, they will respect you for keeping it a buck. So don't be scared because this person is paying you. You thinking you got to be a yes man for this person. The goal is to fix this person's life. Everything else, they don't know what they're doing. That's why they hired you for. So if you got something to say it to them.
Right. I agree with that 1,000% because if they knew the exact path to take and the route to take and they had the blueprint, they wouldn't be paying you. So ultimately, whether they look at it, it might be a little shock value in the beginning where, oh, damn, he really said that to me. But ultimately, they're going to respect it. They're going to be like, damn, I did pay them for this service and they do want to see me become the best me. So that's ultimately you have to respect it.
Yeah.
It's honorable.
And you'll have a better relationship. You'll have a better relationship with your clients because after a certain amount of time, you see these people every week, every month. I have clients that I've been with for like 8 months so far. I think is 8 months to a year is my longest client right now. And these people can borderline, they're your friend. They start telling you personal shit, and they look at
Right.
you like a therapist. That's because you kept it a whole buck in the beginning. You saying,
Mm-hmm.
and they appreciate that.
Right. That's definitely something that, ultimately anybody that you pay for anything, you want them to be truthful. Ladies, when you're getting married and
Mm-hmm.
you go try on wedding dresses, do you want somebody to bullshit you and tell you, yeah, girl, that looks good on you, and then your wedding day you look crazy? You don't want that.
Word.
You need somebody in your corner, and even if the person that's selling it to you is not telling you, please make sure that your maid of honor is someone that's real. And say, girl, I see all your roles with that shit. Go a different route. You should not have your back out, girl. Mm-mm. Like,
Word.
what I mean? Like, be honest, man. Just be honest. But yo, with that being said, man, R.I.P.
Word, man.
Kev. Shout out to Durag Dova, man. Go Durag Dova different, man. But he did neck pause this week, so he kept it semi civil
Yo,
for y'all.
pause.
Um,
That's a fact.
Yo, but this was episode 27, man. R.I.P. Kev Samuels, man. Shout out to Gold's Gym. Um, Definitely shout out to Gold's Gym, man. Shout out to Gold's Gym. Shout out to Gold's Gym. They're making everything possible at the end
Shout
of the
out to
day, man.
Essentials for Life too, man. Get your CMOS. Get your CMOS. Code Dover 10. I've been slacking on a post. I don't know if Gutta's been slacking on the post because my algorithms be showing me shit I don't want to see. But I know we're gonna get back to promoting hard, man. We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
going on
we
for,
haven't been
for you
promoting
people,
heavy at
man.
all, man. At all. But
Shout out to Essentials for Life. Get your
definitely
CMOS.
shout
Get
out
your
to
body
Essentials for
butter. All
Life.
that
Shout
is
out to SB and DK. Shout out to Gold's Gym. Shout out to Dova. Shout out to RTJ the brand. And shout out to Bowflex, man. I'm gonna have him sponsor a couple of those. Watch.
Pay us.
Mark my words, man. I'm gonna have him
Yeah,
sponsor
pay
a couple
us.
of them joints. So, with that being said, man, straight facts with Gutter, man. Health is wealth, the Dover way, aka go do rag Dover in the building. And we'll be back next week, man. Make sure you go get your kettlebells because Dover's gonna have 6 exercises for y'all, and that is, I don't even think y'all understand just how major that is. Go to Google right now and type in 6 essential exercises to do with your kettlebell, and you're not gonna find what Dover's gonna give you. I'll put my money up on that one. Y'all put 100 up. I guarantee it. You won't find it until you watch our
You
episode.
probably will find some of them, but that's a whole damn session.
No,
It's a
some.
whole damn session. I'll tell you that right now. You get a
They'll
whole
find
session.
out of those 6, they might find 3 because people are not giving this
Yeah, I got
information
some
away.
different ones. So you're right.
We do it for the culture. We do it for the
Right.
people. I'm telling you, they're not gonna find it.
I was being too humble. I think after that rant, I had to chill the fuck out. So I tried to be too humble. I went
That.
too
Put
chill.
your money
You're right.
up.
You're not gonna find this shit. Come here next
$100.
episode.
$100 that you won't find half of the exercises that Dover's gonna show you next week. Put your money up. My cash app is
Word.
SFDG.
100 of Gutta's dollars.
Let's go. And if you win, you can send me a request,
100 of
and I'm
Gutta's
gonna pay you the
dollars.
100.
Mine.
SFDG, straight from the gutter. Y'all request it. If y'all find it, send me the
I will
videos to
tell
my
my baby
DM.
moms to find those
And then-
exercises on Google.
Stupid. But yo, that was episode 27, man. Straight facts with Gutter, man. Health is wealth, man. The Dover way. We back next week. Get them kettlebells. Shout out to Ghost Gym, SB and DK, Essentials for Life, RTJ the brand, man. We'll be back next week, man. We love y'all all. No, we don't. We like most of y'all. Shout out to Sean for not showing
We
up for
appreciate
basketball.
y'all.
We appreciate every single one of y'all. I would just want to give a major shout out to Sean for not showing up. And I want to give a shout out to the young bulls that we made retire 3 weeks ago. Y'all bum ass niggas. And I'm gonna cut that clip and I'm gonna send it to y'all personally. And but we here, man. Straight facts with Gutter, man. Health is wealth the Dover way, man. Peace.
Peace.